Last season, your team won 5 games, earned a trip to the ECAC James Lina Bowl. It was the most victories in a season for St. Vincent in 5 years, the second most since the team's relaunch in 2007. It was also just the team's 3rd all-time postseason appearance and first in 10 years. Here's your question. What was the significance of the bowl selection, not just for the players, not for the coaches, but for your overall program?
Meant a lot to our overall program because, as you said before, we've had a lot of losing seasons, honestly, over the years since the rebirth of our program in 07. With our guys, the players, the coaches did a really good job as far as putting the time and putting the work in the off-season throughout that course of time. During the season, game planning and putting everything with the players, doing a great job implementing that then throughout from week to week throughout that course of time. And then it started showing then throughout our season last year, then getting that opportunity, which meant a lot to our alums. We had a lot of great support that came out to our game for that bowl game, a lot to support us by sending in different videos throughout the course of the week. But the ultimate goal then is building off of that then for this upcoming year for 2022.
After taking over a 1-win team in 2018, your Bearcats have shown steady improvement, winning 3 games in 19, going 500 during the spring 2021 COVID year, and winning 5 games and appearing in an ECAC Bowl last season. What's been behind the turnaround, and what do you feel is the next step as you enter the 2022 season?
It's guys like Brady Walker sitting right next to me, honestly. The buy-in. The players, they got to put the time at the end of the day. You can implement, put anything out there and put anything on a board and go over it during meetings and team meetings, special teams, offense and defense when you're going through the course of that time and showing that on the field. But if the players don't buy in, they're not working hard during their weight room sessions, putting the time in during conditioning, during the off season, and then implementing that and putting extra work in before practice, after practice, and being there for the meetings and getting the most out of that, and it's not going to matter. These guys have done an awesome job doing that, putting the time and buying into that process, and then really showing it then through these last 3 years.
You talked about the last 3 years. You've had one of the younger teams in the PAC over these past 3 seasons. However, this year's St. Vincent squad is full of veterans, offensive side of the ball, defensive side of the ball, 17 starters, 20 or more players who saw significant playing time last year. What does it mean to have such an experienced group back? And how can the freshmen and underclassmen benefit from being alongside so many veteran players?
It's going to be great having a lot of veterans returning this upcoming year, guys that have been in the system the last 2 or 3 years and are used to that, how the coaching has been, how the players have been putting the time in. But honestly, there's going to be a lot of guys pushing them too. So that's a good thing. We always want to make sure those guys are getting pushed throughout that course of time, and maybe some freshmen stepping in and taking some spots and some guys really getting coached up during that time, because I think our staff has done a really good job with that and implementing, helping guys get on the field early by having young teams and having young guys be able to contribute early. The ultimate goal then is to continue with that progress, though. So making sure those veterans are able to continue to stay on track, they do the right things on and off the field during the course of the time, so that way once we get into the season, those things pay off then from week to week.
Coach, my last question for you, and it's about the young man you're joined by. 3-year starting quarterback Brady Walker, coming off an all-PAC season in which he threw for 2,712 yards, 22 touchdowns, ranks either first or second in team history in nearly every major passing category. What's it mean to have a player like Brady back for a 4th year, and what do you think makes Brady so successful?
It means a lot to have Brady come back for a 4th year in our system. He's used to the terminology. He's used to, honestly, we give him a lot of control out there on the field, whether it be run or pass plays, and letting him honestly take advantage of the opportunities of what the defense shows to him from play to play. He's done a really good job of honestly grasping the offense and really just taking full control of it out there during that course of time. Our offensive coordinator has done a really good job working with him and implementing those things during the course of the full year in season and out of season. But really excited about having Brady back for his 4th year in it. We saw what he could do last year. I keep telling him, pushing him, hey, we got to get better now. Make sure we're always consistently staying on top of that, and we want to make sure each year you're continuously progressing on the field and off the field on both ends.
Great. Coach, good talking to you. Brady, a few questions for you. St. Vincent, as we mentioned, won 5 games last year, the program's most in 5 seasons, appeared in the ECAC James Lina Bowl. Definitely turning some heads around the conference with that season. Do you feel any added pressure coming off a season like that?
I mean, there's always pressure on a football team, especially as a quarterback, even every position. But yeah, I mean, we got high expectations for this upcoming season, and I'm sure we're all going to come together as one and buy in. And if we do that, I mean, then I think we're going to be ready. But yeah, there's going to be a little more pressure than there was the past 3 years.
After your freshman season was cut short due to injury, your sophomore year was abbreviated. Spring COVID season last year was really your first truly full collegiate football season. Having gone through the grind of that full season, plus the extra bowl week that we talked about, did you prepare any differently in the off season for this year compared to years prior?
Well, it's definitely been a long ride. I mean, I started at a different school too, so this is really my 5th season playing college football. But I mean, yeah, I mean, every season you got to hit the field, hit the weight room. But this year I just did a little extra. I mean, we go to the field 3 days a week and, lift 4 days a week. And it is a little extra pressure, and you got to put in a little extra work with that.
Last season you became St. Vincent's all-time career leader in passing yards, completions, touchdowns, breaking the records held by the man sitting up here with you today. Coach is not only one of the top quarterbacks to play at St. Vincent, but he was named to the PAC's 60th anniversary team, which is a pretty big deal. Not only is Aaron is your head coach, but another former Bearcat quarterback, Phil Hamilton, is your offensive coordinator. What's it like having 2 coaches around who have literally been in the same shoes at St. Vincent that you're in now?
I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome to have Coach Phil and Coach Matenka. I mean, I can go in their office. They're like family to me. I can go in their office. They give me pointers. I give them pointers sometimes too. It's how it works. And I mean, I live in the coach's office, and I look up to those 2, Coach Phil and Coach Tank. And I mean, it's a blessing, and I wouldn't ask for anything more.
Brady, my last question for you. Coming off the bowl appearance, 17 starters returning from last year. Hopes are high among the team heading into the preseason. What are your goals and expectations for the new year? And what kind of effect will the success of last season have on the team entering this year's preseason?
Well, like I said, we have high expectations, and I'm gonna use my voice this camp and get the players to buy in. And our motto is rise together. And I think our main goal is just to rise together and to become like a one unit team. And I think if we do that, we're going to have great success. And I mean, I'm not going to say any player goals, but for the team, I mean, obviously a winning season and definitely a 9-game winning season. That's what And if we put in the work and buy in as one, then I think we'll have great success.
Brady, good job. St. Vincent College, everyone.